Hi everybody. I guess you can consider this late night. But I do this from time to time when I have some ideas for a soap opera or a storyline or something. Just to get it off my chest. I don't think anybody's actually gonna take what I say and go with it. Although they have done it before, so maybe I'm onto something. Um, okay. So here are my ideas about the current situation. And I'm not going to talk about the storyline, but the if it continues, this is what I'd like to happen, okay? And it's going to be very brief or as brief as I can make it. Okay. So let's get down to the history a bit, and then that'll inform what I'm going to say. Okay, so the history is Sharon Case, the actress who plays Sharon Newman, the character, has been on the soap opera for at least 30 years. Okay. And when you've been on a soap opera for 30 years, that usually means they like you and your character. And also that you become a main character, so they're not going to get rid of you. Now, this also means they might put you in some precarious situations, but they're not going to get rid of you. Okay? Um, but I've said this for the last, I don't know, um, ever since, and this kind of goes into the history part, which they talked about a little bit today also. And the reason I remember it is because Phyllis said it as a means of explaining why she feels the way she feels about Sharon. And that is, how is this woman, she was married to Ray, and she starts going through her relationships. Okay, she was married to Ray, and then she dated Dylan, and then she dated Chance. Does she have all these cops in her back pocket? And I started going through the list too, and I was like, whoa, that is true. She was married to Ray for a year before they unalived his character, which I'm still mad about, by the way. And then she was linked with Dylan. That's why she got the coffee shop, because when he left, and he was played by the wonderful Steve Burton, when he left, I think to go back to GH, he left her the coffee shop to run. And then I guess her next relationship, although the only reason I falter with the definition is because it was so short. And I just don't understand why. That is one of the mysteries of the universe. Okay? Why did they pair Sharon and Chance if they didn't intend for them to be a long term? Because, first of all, you make the woman's character a person who has long term relationships. Like, I don't think that woman has had a fling ever. Okay, and here's how I characterize a fling: you go out a couple times, two or three max, and then you have adult fun somewhere in there. And then because either one or both of you get scared or whatever, or as I famously do, talk yourself out of a relationship, you end the relationship, but you always end up as friends. Okay? That is a fling in my definition. So why would you put her with that hot man if you're not going to have her have a relationship? Why? Okay, because a lot of us, me included, were complaining that Sharon had not had a relationship of any sort since her husband on the show died. Okay, and we said, how long are you supposed to wait? It's been over like 2 years, at least 2 years. I remember saying, give the girl a something. I mean, you put her in a coffee shop where she hears all the gossip and she gives advice. And you haven't put her with anybody for a while. And I understand the grieving process, but if the man is supposed to be unalived, she can move on with her life after 2 years. Okay, so then you hear me out and you give her a man, but then you give her a fling? Huh? What was wrong with the Chance and Sharon pairing? I don't understand it. I mean, what was wrong with it? The only problem I could see is, okay, number one, she's been with police officers before. So you would think she knows the life. Okay? So that's not a problem. She's been with men before. So that's not a problem. She knows how to have relationships and she ends up with friends as at the end of the relationship. So that's not a problem. The only foreseeable problem I saw was that there was an age gap, and I don't know, they had a problem with it. They didn't like it. I don't know. Other than that, I don't see any problems. So I don't know. And then, okay, so here's my advice for that. And then I have another little piece of advice, and I'll be done. Okay? Please give Sharon Case something to do that doesn't involve her being crazy or having some sort of problem that she has to get out of. Can you give her a storyline that's a good storyline but doesn't involve an unaliving court case or something? Please? And where she's not just the mother. And to all the parents out there, before you say anything, I have the utmost respect for parents, mothers and fathers. However, I have a complete disdain for when they write older women as just the mother. I have a problem with that. Okay? I want to see an older woman with a full life, meaning kids, friends, a relationship, maybe if she wants it, and a thriving whatever. A full life. Okay? Okay. That's idea number one. Idea number two is, okay. All right. Summer and Chance. Okay. So theoretically, you broke up Sharon and Chance because you didn't like the parent or whatever. So you put them with Summer. Now, they did a future casting thing, not casting as for a character. I mean, a future vision of if, and I remember this, if Sharon broke up with Chance, what would happen to Chance? And so Chance got with Summer, and within a year or two, they got married. Okay, so what happened to that? So then you pair them together. They're great, they have the chemistry and everything else. And then because he didn't do his job to her liking, now they're gonna break up, or something. I mean, please do me a favor. 2 favors. Don't back burner the character of Chance. Number 1. And number two, could you please get the man a relationship that's going to work longer than 6 months? Because he's hot. He's hot, he's smart, he's nice, and I don't see a problem with him. So why is he not in a relationship? There's no problem. There's no problem. Okay? If he was a bad guy, or some other words I can't say on YouTube, I'd be like, all right, well, he is who he is. But he doesn't have that. So what's the problem here? What? Do you want him to be with some invisible girl that we haven't seen yet? Or you want him to be with a person with some chemistry that I'm not aware of yet? Why? What? And like I said before, Connor Floyd, hot man. It's a hot man. So, all right. Okay.